month, but why do we gotta get the shortest month of the year? Yeah, it's 28 days. Like, what's going on? But what you have to understand is we picked that month. Woodson, in I think it was 1926. He picked that month, and first it started out with Black History Week. He just wanted to bring our history, highlight our history, and he picked that week. He picked that month within February because it was the same. It was the same month as President Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass' birthday, President Lincoln's birthday was, I think they was within that week that he picked. So it was a week that we started out, and then eventually it turned into a month. So I always have to correct people when they get kind of like antsy or kind of like feel like they get hit because we got the shortest month of the year, but we actually picked that month. So where the class goes, and I'll say it real quick, just not to go too deep into it, but that class starts in ancient Africa. We're talking about Egypt and Sudan and Nak and some of these great empires. And then we go on to talk about Ghana and the Sudanic empires, Mali. We talk about Mansa Musa, which is, by the way, even though, some people will argue it, but the richest man in history. So when I teach about Mansa Musa, the first thing I ask the kids is like, if I had to ask you who was the richest person ever, right? Like, name some names. They say Bezos. They talk about Zuckerberg. They say all these names. And I said, no. It was Mansa Musa. He is considered the richest man in history. He came from Mali. He came from the Sudanic Empire. Then we start, talking about the Kingdom of Congo. Then we start talking about the transatlantic slave trade. Then we start talking about slavery in America. And then we go in to talk about, the civil rights movement. And we go all the way up to now, Afrofuturism and kind of what's going on today. So we cover a lot. They say, make America great. When was it great? You know what I'm saying? When was it great?
That's my question.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my question.